it to him and his words. Agamas is the only thing we can actually offer to him. Hence, as per the instructions of Paramashiva, in the physical form of Sachala Murti, His Divine Holiness, the Avatar, we offer this seva to Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva, the presiding deity of Nithyananda Sangha. So many offerings are there that came from best of the best that is offered in Vedic tradition, from the instrument to the offering of the various types of dance, various types of food that should be offered to Paramashiva. Various types of dance and the way it is danced, the Uttamottama Seva, is described by Paramashiva himself. We offer Abhishekam, Vastram, Gandham, Abharanam, Archanam, Dupam, Deepam, Naivedyam, Chaturvedam, Aratrikam, Deepopacharam, Pushpanjalim, Chaturvedam, Gurhya Suktam, Agamastotram, Dravida Vedam, Nityam, Sangeetam, Vadyam, and Swasti Vachanam. The source of all these best things is Paramashiva. And he has given these to us, and offering them back at his feet is what we do during this Uttamottama Seva. Thereby, we experience the intense Shakti Nipata and Advaita, the oneness with him. And as a result, we experience the state and radiate the space and manifest the Shaktis of Paramashiva. And also, since it is Agama Vidhi, Paramashiva's instructions, we offer them during this seva. The best of the food offered as Naivedyam, and the best of the movement a body can make offered as dance, Nritya Seva, and the best of the music offered as Sangeeta Seva, and the best of the consciousness offered as power manifestation, Shakti Avishkarana. And the best that humanity can offer to Paramashiva as gratitude is offered in Uttamottama Seva. Today, we are offering Uttamottama Seva to Parabrahma Krishna. His Divine Holiness beautifully expounds the incarnation about Krishna. The greatest dimension of happening called Krishna is love. The ability to receive and give love. The undercurrent of Krishna's life, whether he killed Kauravas or did politics with Shakuni, or destroyed Shishupala, or killed Kamsa, or played with the Gopikas, or revealed this great Gita to Archana, everything, every incident, every happening, every dimension he expressed. The undercurrent and the connecting thread of everything is love. His romance is one expression of his love. His politics is another one of his love. His management is another one expression of his love. His anger is another one expression of his love. And his enmity is another one expression of his love. And everything he expressed, the base material is love. He is love incarnate. He is the beloved of the universe. His Divine Holiness says that Krishna is the most loved human being happened on the planet Earth. Other gods are all maybe worshipped, revered, respected. People used to be devoted, but nobody is loved like Krishna. Even with Paramashiva, you are devoted, you revere, you respect, but nothing like Bhagavan Krishna, who when it came to the question of being loved, with so much of difficulty, so many people sacrificed so many things for the love of Krishna, from the Gopikas and the Gopas. The amount of sacrifice people have done for his love, leaving the brothers, leaving the parents, leaving the family, leaving the relatives, giving up the wealth, unimaginable sacrifices. But His Divine Holiness says, even if you sacrifice your very life, His one glance just in the corner of your eyes, of His eyes, one look is worthy of all the sacrifices. Like the thread connecting all the flowers and making the flower garland, making all the flowers as garland, the center thread of Krishna is love. The story goes to say and describes even Shakuni, because of constant remembering, unaware way, when he relaxes, used to have a deep, friendly, romantic connection with Krishna. So whenever Shakuni comes down from his self-destructive logic, he used to feel a very deep, friendly, romantic connection with Krishna. Krishna was able to infuse love even in the enemy's hearts. You cannot separate Krishna with love. His Divine Holiness continues to expound the Krishna, that you can't remember Krishna without remembering love. If you have tasted the true love, you can't remember love without remembering Krishna. He is the symbol of love. He is the brand ambassador of love. Nobody else is able to sit in his place. The whole Indian psyche still lives Krishna. His Divine Holiness says that the word we remember Krishna is too small word. Introducing Krishna, remembering Krishna is too small. His Divine Holiness says that Krishna is the one who first set a trend that macrocosm can express us in human body in microcosm, in full-fledged and in full-bloomed way. So whole Indian psyche still lives Krishna, the love current of Krishna. When a disciple experiences, he has a right to update, amend, alter his guru statements, his own guru statements. When Sureshwaracharya became enlightened, naturally he added, commanded, contributed his original research and development by writing Vartikas on Shankaracharya's Bhashyas. Whatever commentary Shankara wrote on Upanishad, Gita, Brahma Sutras, many books, many of them Sureshwaracharya wrote Vartika. Vartika means commentary on commentary to express his own research and development. We allow updation and we encourage updation. We don't have a problem, but when we transfer knowledge is happening, when the transmission of lamp is happening, when the initiation is happening, when you are ripening to a self-realization, enlightenment experience, not only you need to catch the conclusion of the Guru, you need to catch the very logical steps of the Guru to reach those conclusions. So personal research and development can be shared only to your friend. Only with tremendous friendliness you can share your thoughts. In Gita, Arjuna's logic seems to be very intelligent. He does not want to fight. But Krishna emphasizes intelligent people need to enter into the fight. Only to a close friend with whom you can open your heart, your struggles can be opened only when you are able to respect somebody more and more by knowing his struggles, the conflict he went through, success he achieved. You become friend to him. By knowing somebody's struggles and conflicts, if you start judging him, there is no friendliness. In a relationship, waiting to vomit enmity, it's a seed sown with poison. Here, Krishna shares Gita to his close friend Arjuna, to whom he can really show Vishwarupa, with whom he has the freedom to say, do it, Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, do it. Finally, he goes to the extreme of saying, Sarvadharman Parityagam Mamaivam Sharanam Vraja. Give up all your concepts and ideas about right and wrong. Just surrender to me. His Divine Holiness says, to say these words, what an intimate understanding and feeling connection should have been there between Krishna and Arjuna. He says, drop your life at my feet. I will not cheat you. I will think for you. I will see to it that you achieve the ultimate. Moksha ikshami masuchaha. I will liberate you. So, with the humble obeisance at our beloved Guru to enlighten us this about Krishna with these beautiful words, with this eternal gratitude, our Gurukul Palasans are offering Uttamottama Seva to Parabrahma Krishna. Let us all stay tuned and enjoy this Uttamottama Seva and get the blessings of His Divine Holiness and Bhagavan Krishna. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
The first offering at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva is the offering of the Chaturveda. Devadevottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Chaturveda Priya Chaturvedam Avataraya. Hari Om Agnimi Purohitam Yajnasya Devam Hritsvijam Hota Aram Ratnadatamam. Hari Om Yajurveda. Hari Om Visheto Jetva Vayavasto Payapasta Devo Vastavita Praptayatu Steshtatamaya Karmane. Hari Om Samaveda. Hari Om Agna Ayahi Pitaye Grihano Havyadataye Nihota Sapsi Barhishi. Hari Om
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda
at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva is the offering of the Chaturveda. Devadevottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Chaturveda Priya Chaturvedam Avataraya. Hari Om Agnimi Purohitam Samadam Yajnasya Devam Hritvijam Hota Aram Ratnadatamam Hari Om. Yajurveda. Hari Om. Isheto Jetva Vayavastopaaya Pasta Devo Vastavita Praptayatu Shreshtatamaya Karmane. Hari Om. Samaveda. Hari Om. Agna Ayahi Pitaye Grihano Havyadataye Nihota Sakti Barhichi. Hari Om. Atharvaveda. Hari Om. Janno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Trayo Rabhishtavantu Naha. Hari Om. The next offering at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva is the offering of the Agama Shloka. Deva Devottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Agama Shloka Priya Agama Shlokam Avadaraya. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Ati Kautuhala Vishta Prityaste Tachunu Priye Yanme Netrantare Vasnir Yadvandritamannuttamam Tatsarvam Katayishami Yoga Yuktya Shunu Priye Yatsvarupam Nijam Shuddham Vyapakam Sarvadomukam Sarvabhutantaravastam Sarvaprani Sujivanam Yogagamyam Durasadam Dushpapamakritatamabihi Jnanadi Shadagunayete Tatrastaha Prabhavantihi Savai Mahakriya Rupa Samstitaika Kriyamata Animadi Guna Nashtau Karoti Vikaroti Sha Evam Mamecha Jnanakyat Kriyakya Shakti Ruchyate. The next offering at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva is the offering of the Dravida Vedam. Deva Devottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Dravida Veda Priya Dravida Vedam Avadaraya. Mandiramavad Neeru Vanavar Melad Neeru Sundaramaavad Neeru Tudikapadavad Neeru Tandiramaavad Neeru Samayathil Neeru Senduvar Vayumal Pangan Thiru Alavayan Thiru Neeru Alavayan Thiru Neeru Thiru Alavayan Thiru Neeru Vedathil ulladu Neeru Suyatipadu Neeru Odattaguvadu Neeru Punmai Talpadu Neeru Odattaguvadu Neeru Unmayil ulladu Neeru Sida Punalvayil Sunda Thiru Alavayan Thiru Neeru Alavayan Thiru Neeru Thiru Alavayan Thiru Neeru Shiva Tiruchitrambalam. The next offering of the Uttama Seva at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva is the offering of the Stotra Seva. Deva Devottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Stotra Priya Stotram Avadharaya Vasudevasutam Devam Hamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum Atasi Pushpa Sankasham Haranupurashobhitam Ratnakankana Keyuram Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum Kutilalaka Samyuktam Purnachandranibhananam Vilasatkundaladharam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum Mandaragandha Samyuktam Taruhasam Chaturbhujam Barhi Pinchavachudangam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Utpulla Padma Patraksham Neelajimuta Sannibham Yadavanam Shirorattam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Rukmini Keri Samyuktam Pitambara Sushobhitam Avapta Tulasi Gandham Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Gopikanam Kusadvanda Kumkumankita Vakshasam Sriniketam Maheshwasam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Srivatsankam Mahoraksham Vanamala Virajitam Shankhatakradharam Devam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnashtakamidam Punyam Praturatyaya Yahatvate Koti Janma Kritam Papam Varanena Vinashyati Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya Sakala Tattvatmakaya Sarvamantra Swarupaya Sarvayantradhishkitaya Sarvatantra Swarupaya Sarvatattvaviduraya Brahmarudravatarinne Neelakanthaya Parvati Manoharaya Somasuryagnilochanaya Bhasmoddulita Vigrahaya Mahamani Mukutadharanaya Manikya Bhushanaya Shishtistiti Pralaya Kala Raudravataraya Dakshadvaradvamshakaya Mahakala Bhedanaya Mooladharaika Nilayaya Tatvatitaya Gangadharaya Sarvadevadidevaya Shadashrayaya Vedantasaraya Trivargasadhanaya Anantakoti Brahmandanayakaya Anantavasukitaksakakar Kotakashankagulika Padma Mahapadmeti Ashtamahanaga Kulabhushanaya Pranavaswarupaya Sidakashaya Akashadikswarupaya Grahanakshatramaline Sakalaya Alankarahitaya Sakalalokaika Kartre Sakalalokaika Bhartre Sakalalokaika Samhartre Sakalalokaika Gurave Sakalalokaika Sakshine Sakala Nigama Gushyaya Sakala Vedanta Paragaya Sakala Lokaika Varapradaya Sakala Lokaika Shankaraya Shashanka Shekaraya Shashvata Nijavasaya Nirabhataya Niramayaya Nirmalaya Nirmadaya Nischintaya Nirahankaraya Nirankushaya Nishkalankaya Nirgunaya Nishkamaya Nirupaplavaya Nirupadravaya Niravadhyaya Nirantaraya Nishkaranaya Nirantakaya Nishprapanchaya Nistangaya Nirbandvaya Niradharaya Niragaya Nishkrodhaya Nirlopaya Nishpapaya Nirbhayaya Nirvikalpaya Nirvedaya Niskriyaya Nistulaya Nishamshayaya Nirupama Vibhavaya Nitya Shuddha Buddha Paripurna Tattidanandadvayaya Paramashanta Swarupaya Tejo Rupaya Tejomayaya Jaya Jaya Rudra Maharaudra Bhadravatara Mahabhairava Kalabhairava Kalpanta Bhairava Kapalamaladhara Khatwanga ಖಡ್ಗ ಚರ್ಮ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶ ಡಮರು ಶೂಲ ಚಾಪ ಬಾಣ ಗದಾ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಭಿಂಡಿ ಪಾಲ ತೋಮರ ಮುಸಲ ಮುದ್ಗರ ಪಾಶ ಪರಿಘ ಭುಸುಂಡಿ ಷಟಗ್ನಿ ಚಕ್ರಾದ್ಯಾಯುಧ ಭೀಷಣ ಕರ ಸಹಸ್ರ ಮುಖದಂಸ್ತ್ರಾಕರಾಲ ವದನ ವಿಕಟಾಟ್ಟಹಾಸ ವಿಸ್ಫಾರಿತ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಂಡ ಮಂಡಲ ನಾಗೇಂದ್ರ ಕುಂಡಲ ನಾಗೇಂದ್ರ ಹಾರ ನಾಗೇಂದ್ರ ವಲಯ ನಾಗೇಂದ್ರ ನಿಕೇತನ ನಿತ್ಯುಂಜಯ ತ್ರಯಂಬಕ ವಿಶ್ವರೂಪ ವಿರೂಪಾಕ್ಷ ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ್ವರ ವೃಷಭವಾಹನ ವಿಶ್ವಭೂಷಣ ವಿಶ್ವತೋಮುಖ ಸರ್ವತೋ ರಕ್ಷ ರಕ್ಷ ಮಾಂ ಜ್ವಲ ಜ್ವಲ ಮಹಾಮೃತ್ಯುಮೃತ್ಯುಭಯಂ ನಾಶಯ ನಾಶಯ ಚೋರ ಭಯಂ ಉತ್ತಾದಯ ಉತ್ತಾದಯ ವಿಷಸರ್ಪ ಭಯಂ ಸಮಯ ಸಮಯ ಚೋರಾನ್ ಮಾರಯ ಮಾರಯ ಮಮ ಶತ್ರುನ್ ಉಚ್ಚಾಟಯ ಉಚ್ಚಾಟಯ ತ್ರಿಶೂಲೇನ ವಿಧಾರಯ ವಿಧಾರಯ ಕುಠಾರೇಣ ಭಿಂಡಿ ಭಿಂಡಿ ಖಡ್ಗೇನ ಚಿಂದಿ ಚಿಂದಿ ಖಡ್ವಾಂಗೇನ ವಿಬೋಧಯ ವಿಬೋಧಯ ಕುಸಲೇನ ನಿಷ್ಪೇಷಯ ನಿಷ್ಪೇಷಯ ಬಾಣೈಃ ಸಂತಾಟಯ ಸಂತಾಟಯ ರಕ್ಷಾಂಸಿ ಭೀಷಯ ಭೀಷಯ ಭೂತಾನಿ ವಿದ್ರಾವಯ ವಿದ್ರಾವಯ ಕೂಷ್ಮಾಂಡ ಮಾರೀಚ ಬೇತಾಲ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ಗಣಾನ್ ಸಂತಾಟಯ ಸಂತಾಟಯ ಮಾಂ ಅಭಯಂ ಕುರು ಕುರು ಪಿತೃಸ್ವಂ ಮಾಂ ಆಶ್ವಾಸಯ ಆಶ್ವಾಸಯ ನರಕ ಭಯಾನ್ ಮಾಂ ಉದ್ಧರ ಉದ್ಧರ ಸಂಜೀವಯ ಸಂಜೀವಯ ಕ್ಷುತ್ರಿಭ್ಯಾಂ ಮಾಂ ಆಪ್ಯಾಯಯ ಆಪ್ಯಾಯಯ ದುಃಖಾತುರಂ ಮಾಂ ಆನಂದಯ ಆನಂದಯ ಶಿವಕವಚೇನ ಮಾಂ ಆಚ್ಛಾಟಯ ಆಚ್ಛಾಟಯ ಮೃತ್ಯುಂಜಯ ತ್ರಯಂಬಕ ಸದಾಶಿವ ಪರಮಶಿವ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ನಮಸ್ತೆ.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om
The next offering at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva is the offering of the Nitya Seva. Devadevottama Devata Starvabhoma Akilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Nitya Priya Nityam Avadaraya.
Takatari kukundana kita takatim. Takatari kukundana kita takatim. Takatari kukundana kita takatim. Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Madhura Mori Sadana, Mriduvadana, Madhusudana Iha. Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Madhura Sadana, Mriduvadana, Madhusudana Iha. Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Madhura Sadana, Mriduvadana, Madhusudana Iha. Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna. Bhogadapta sulabha supushpagandha kalava. Bhogadapta sulabha supushpagandha kalava. Kasturi tilaka mahima mama kandananda govardhana. Swagatam Krishna. Mustikasura chanura malla malla visharada madhusudana. Mustikasura chanura malla malla visharada kovalaya pita vardana kalikanandana kokula lakshana sakala sulakshana deva. Vardana kalikanandana kokula lakshana sakala sulakshana deva. Shishta janamana kalpa 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 sadakoti atmakarama. Veera muni jana vihara madana sukumara daitya samhara deva. Veera muni jana vihara madana sukumara daitya samhara deva. Madhura madhura nadi bhagasa salasa vijay yugati jana manasa pujita. Madhura madhura nadi bhagasa salasa vijay yugati jana manasa pujita. Sharanagatam Krishna. Swagatam Krishna. Krishna Sharanagatam Krishna. Swagatam Krishna. Sharanagatam Krishna. Swagatam Krishna Sharanagatam Krishna. Swagatam Krishna Sharanagatam Krishna.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva is the offering of the Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarana. Deva Devottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarana Priya Paramashiva Shakti Avishkaranam Avadharaya. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatītam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatītam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam. I welcome all of you with my love and respects to today's Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarana. I am Manitya Yoga Pranananda. I'm 13 years old and I'm a Balasant of the Nithyananda Gurukul. And along with me here, I have Manitya Kaladharananda. Ma, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Nithyanandam. My name is Manitya Kaladharananda and I'm 14 years old and I've been studying in Nithyananda Gurukul past 3 years.
Yes, beautiful. And we also have along with us a volunteer. Ma, would you like to introduce yourself? Yes, Ma, please introduce yourself. Ma Babita Nithyanandam, can you please introduce yourself? Ma Babita, please unmute and introduce yourself, Ma.
Hello.
Yes, please introduce.
Yeah, I'm Babita from Hyderabad.
Yes, okay. Before we enter into today's power manifestation, let us begin with a small introduction about the source of all, Paramashiva. Paramashiva is the primordial divinity, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. Today, an incarnation of Paramashiva walks among us in the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagatguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, initiating disciples all across the globe into the various powers of Paramashiva, out of which today you will be witnessing the extraordinary Shakti of consciousness over matter. So what we'll be doing here is Ma Bhavita over here has a coconut and she will be holding the coconut in front of the camera with her palm completely straight, and Ma Kaladhara is going to be rolling the coconut off her hand. And what we'll be doing today is not just merely rolling the coconut off her hand. She is going to be breaking some of the deep root patterns, some of the deep incompletions which is in Ma Bhavita, and she will be completing them. Yes. So before entering into the power manifestation, we would like to enter into the Shastra Pramana, which is the eternal, unchangeable truths. This is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vachid vastuni vinyasya shanay drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet. Vachid vastuni vinyasya shanay drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta sahitam देवी शून्यालयो भवेत् क्वचिद् वस्तुनि विन्यस्य शनैर्दृष्टिं निवर्तयेत् तज्ज्ञानं चित्तसहितं देवी शून्यालयो भवेत्. Yes. With this beautiful Shastra Pramana, Ma Kaladhara is now going to begin the power manifestation by chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, which is the direct passcode which continuously reminds us that we are Paramashiva. You all of you can also join along with us in chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yes, as Ma Kaladhara manifests, I would like to share the Apta Pramana, which is the experiences or compilations of our ancestors, the Vedic rishis and munis who have time tested and verified this extraordinary science. Yes, Ma Babita, I request you to just lift the coconut a little bit, Ma, so it can be shown to all the viewers. Yes, thank you. The Apta Pramana for the power of consciousness over matter goes back to the time of Dwapara Yuga of Sri Krishna. When Sri Krishna was born, his father Vasudeva wanted to take him to his friend Nanda, as in Mathura, King Kamsa was waiting to kill Sri Krishna. And as Vasudeva took Sri Krishna to his friend, he had to cross the river Yamuna. And he just connected with the divine and requested river Yamuna to part and give way for him to walk across. And immediately, simply river Yamuna just parted and leaving a sandy track for him to cross over with Sri Krishna and take Sri Krishna safely to the other side. This is the beautiful Apta Pramana for the power of consciousness over matter. And it is so amazing how our ancestors were able to manifest these powers as a day-to-day lifestyle. Anytime they wanted, anytime they needed, they would just manifest these extraordinary powers. Now, all of you might be wondering, if they have manifested these powers as a day-to-day lifestyle, why are we not manifesting them anymore? The answer is delusion. Delusion from generation to generation. That is why Paramashiva has again landed in the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagatguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and is reviving this extraordinary ancient science of power manifestation and giving it as a gift to the whole world. Yes, the coconut has rolled off Ma Bhavita's hand. Okay, so it's still there. Okay, I request you to show it in the camera, Ma. Please do not move your hand. I request you to keep your hand completely still, completely flat, and to not move your hand from the camera, Ma. Yes, Ma Kaladhara will again be chanting the Mahavakya and will again be connecting with Paramashiva and rolling the coconut off Ma Babita's hand.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda नित्यानंद परमशिवोहम। ओम 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 नित्यानंद परमशिवोहम। परमशिवोहम। ओम नित्यानंद 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 परमशिवोहम.
Yes. As Ma Kaladhara continues manifesting, I would just like to share, as I already mentioned, that this power manifestation is not just merely rolling the coconut off our volunteer's hand. We will also be breaking some deep root patterns, some deep incompletions which is there inside of us. That is why sometimes it does take a long time for the manifestation to happen, because the completion is slowly happening. Once the completion happens, that is the moment when the coconut will just roll off the hand. Babita, I request you to raise your hand, ma, a little. Yes, as Ma Kaladhara manifests, I would like to also share my own experiences of manifesting this extraordinary Shakti of consciousness over matter. So a few years back, when all the Balasans were sitting as a group together and we were all manifesting this power of consciousness over matter. Yes. Ma Babita, did the coconut roll off, ma?
No.
Yes. I request you not to move your hand, ma. As the power manifestation is happening, we should not move our hand. Should keep it stable and let Paramashiva flow. I request you to please keep your hand completely stable, and I request you to raise your hand a little.
ओम नित्यानंद परमशिवोहम। ओम नित्यानंद परमशिवोहम। ओम नित्यानंद Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes. So, as you all can see over here, I have a coconut in my hand and I will be handing this over to our volunteer. Ma, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Anita.
A little louder, Ma.
I'm Anita Reddy from Hyderabad. I've been Swamiji's disciple since 3 years.
Yes, beautiful. So, I'll be handing over this coconut to Ma Anita and she, Ma Kaladra, will be chanting the Mahavakya and rolling this coconut of Ma Anita's hand. Yes, Ma. Ma, I request you to turn the coconut around. It should face front, yes. I request you to keep your hand completely straight. Now, Ma Kaladra will be chanting the Mahavakya and she will be rolling the coconut.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, as you can see, the coconut is actually vibrating.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Close up.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om
You want to
Nityananda
see the coconut
Paramashivoham.
little closer. Camera should be little close.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Manita, I request you to hold your hand little front, huh? Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes. you can continue with power manifestation.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, you can see the coconut is almost tipping over.
Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, beautiful. The coconut has successfully rolled off Ma Anita's hand. Yes, so be assured, Ma, that some of your incompletion, some root pattern which is deep inside of you has broken.
Thank you.
Would you like to share how you felt during this whole power manifestation?
The minute you started chanting, there was a lot of vibration. It went on, it was fluctuating, voluntary, and then just reducing. Then ultimately, it fell down.
Yes.
There was definitely a shift in my being also. I could feel a lot of.
Yes,
It
beautiful.
was a great experience now.
Yes. Ma Kaladra, would you like to share how you manifested this extraordinary power?
I did nothing but surrendering at Swamiji's feet, telling him to manifest, and the coconut just fell.
Yes, beautiful. Beautiful cognition. And with this, we would like to offer our gratitude and love at the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagatguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. We thank you all for joining us in today's Paramashiva Shakti Avishkarana. Please stay tuned for the further sevas. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om
The next offering of the Uttamottama Seva at the feet of Devi Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva is the offering of the Sangeeta Seva. Devadevottama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Sangeeta Priya Sangeetam Avadharaya Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Muddugare Yashoda Mungita Muthyamu Vidu Tiddarani Mahimala Devaki Sutudu Muddugare Yashoda Mungita Muthyamu Vidu Tiddarani Mahimala Devaki Sutudu Antaninta Golletala Racheti Manikyamu Pantamade Kamsuni Palivajramu Antaninta Golletala Racheti Manikyamu Pantamade Kamsuni Palivajramu Kantula Mudu Lokala Garuda Pacha Pusa Kantula Mudu Lokala Garuda Pacha Pusa Chantula Malo Nunna Chinni Krishnudu Chantula Malo Nunna Chinni Krishnudu Muddugare Yashoda Mungita Mutyamu Vidu Tiddarani Mahimala Devaki Sutudu Muddugare Yashoda Mungita Mutyamu Vidu Tiddarani Mahimala Devaki Sutudu Antaninta Golletala Racheti Manikyamu Pantamade Kamsuni Palivajramu Antaninta Golletala Racheti Manikyamu Pantamade Kamsuni Palivajramu Kantula Mudu Lokala Garuda Pacha Pusa Kantula Mudu Lokala Garuda Pacha Pusa Chantala Malo Nunna Chinni Krishnudu Chantala Malo Nunna Chinni Krishnudu Muddugare Yashoda Mungita Mutyamu Vidu Tiddarani Mahimala Devaki Sutudu Rathikeli Rukmini ki Rangumo Vipagadamu Mithi Govardhanapu Gomedhikamu Rathikeli Rukmini ki Rangumo Vipagadamu Mithi Govardhanapu Gomedhikamu Satamai Shankha Chakrala Sandulavai Duryamu Satamai Shankha Chakrala Sandulavai Duryamu Gatiyai Mammu Gache Kamalakshudu Gatiyai Mammu Gache Kamalakshudu Muddugare Yashoda Mungita Mutyamu Vidu Siddarani Mahimala దేవకీ సూతుడు కాలింగుని తలలాపై గప్పిన పుష్యరాగము ఏలెతి శ్రీ వెంకటాద్రి ఇంద్రనీలము కాలింగుని తలలాపై గప్పిన పుష్యరాగము ఏలెత్తి శ్రీ వెంకటాద్రి ఇంద్రనీలము పాలజలనిధిలోన బాయని దివ్యరత్నము పాలజలనిధిలోన బాయని దివ్యరత్నము బాలని బాల తిరిగే పద్మనాభుడు బాలని బాల తిరిగే పద్మనాభుడు ముద్దుగారే 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 యశోద ముంగిట ముత్యము వీడు దిద్దరాణి మహిమల దేవకీ సూతుడు దిద్దరాణి మహిమల దేవకీ సూతుడు దేవకీ సూతుడు దేవకీ సూతుడు
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om
Satchidanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvanvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, and welcome everyone. This is beautiful Saturday night. Today we are gathered to discuss on the importance of puja. So today again we have our panel, Ma Shivananda joining us from Columbus, Ohio, and we have Ma Shivamaya from Netherlands, and we will also be having Ma Saumya joining us from Canada. Today we are continuing our discussion on the significance, importance of puja in our life. So as we start this beautiful discussion, we would like to start with Swamiji's words. So let us hear from Swamiji what he has to share, a very beautiful understanding of puja. Typically, when we think puja, we think, okay, mantra chanting, seriously, we are like, okay, I need to create that space and chant the puja properly. It's a very, we think of it in a very serious way, or even as a devotional way of feeling connection. But Swamiji gives a different perspective to this. How he says what he says, let us now directly hear from him. Okay, so we're having some technical glitches, but what Swamiji shares, offering puja, doing puja every day, is a personal time with Paramashiva, having a direct cell phone access. When Paramashiva gives his cell phone number, direct line, and to call him and talk to him one-on-one, what it would be, that is puja. Such a sweet, powerful sentiment that Swamiji is just, he gives us a different perspective of what we would think as puja. I mean, every one of us who does puja, we understand that space of bliss, that space of oneness with Paramashiva, and how we cherish it, and we will not give that up for anything in the world. That beautiful space, Swamiji explains and describes how that when we are connecting with Paramashiva, when we are offering our puja, it is such a beautiful space of oneness with Paramashiva himself. So today I have in the panel Ma Shivananda, Ma Saumya, and Ma Shivamaya to also add to this. Yes, Ma Shivananda.
Yes. In this regard, connecting with Paramashiva is practically connecting with yourself. It is cell phone to yourself, I would say, because some of the people think that, oh, I don't need puja and I can connect with myself. So, but this understanding of Paramashiva, and you are the one, like Pasu, Pati, Pasu, Pasam, Pati, all one and the same. So connecting with ourselves is the connection of puja with the deity or the guru or anything is ultimately yourself. That is what, so the connection with yourself is everything to start your day is beautiful. So I would like Ma Shivamaya to share her view on that.
Thank you so much, Ma. Yes, absolutely. I love this this part where Swamiji is telling it is actually a direct hotline to Paramashiva, and the puja really feels that way. Actually, the beautiful thing is because I used to have also this question like, can I not just do a meditation for gratefulness or something? But the puja is somehow designed in such a brilliant way that if you just go and sit and do it, everything gets aligned. So immediately you don't have to think, oh, what do I need to say to Paramashiva, or how do I need to visualize him? If you just perform the puja as how it is designed and how we have learned to do it, then automatically everything happens what needs to happen. So it is such a brilliant design, and that is how I'm understanding this direct hotline. You don't have to imagine or fantasize anything about it. You do the puja, and that automatically directly connects you in such a deep way with the cosmos. There's actually nothing like it.
Yes, Ma. Meditation is hard for other people lot of people to get into it straight. To sit with yourself, it's very hard. But puja is the easiest way to sit with yourself and connect with the divine. You absolutely.
Actually, that's a beautiful point that you're bringing up, Mahashivananda. Meditation. Actually, people think of meditation as controlling the mind. First, that itself is a wrong understanding. And without a proper initiation, without the guidance of the guru, when people try to meditate, even a simple meditation becomes a frustration. People think, okay, there's so much stress in life. I have to meditate. I have to spend time for myself. And they sit for meditation, but the meditation itself becomes a stress where they are like frustrated and give up because they are not able to reach that silence within themselves. So meditation, first one thing, of course, you need the guidance of the guru so that with the proper initiation, you can achieve that. But also then, with the difficulty, people may give up in a few days thinking it is not possible for them. They are not able to reach that silent space. They don't know how to control the mind, which we are not trying to do that anyway, right? Like how to achieve that silence without knowing that people can give up. Or if you take yoga, people may give up because they are not able to bend their body, or without the right understanding, people may give up. But puja is not like that. You just get more and more, you start enjoying, tasting, even with the first day. If the simple feeling connection, when we offer the puja, it is just such a, it is instantly, like we were discussing earlier, even whether through meditation or yoga, you have to practice a certain level. You start somewhere wanting to achieve something. Whereas in puja, immediately, the moment you connect with Paramashiva, you connect with Swamiji, you're already in that space. The first day when you're sitting, even whether you know the chant or not, whether you know which material to offer, when, even if you don't know any of this, the moment you sit and connect and start offering the puja, immediately you are elevated to that beautiful space. So such a beautiful thing is offering puja, instant connection, instant hotline, like how Swamiji says. I think now we are ready to watch the video. So let us hear directly from Swamiji how beautiful it can be. Beginning our day, every day, offering puja to Swamiji, offering puja to Paramashiva. What a world of difference it can make.
Somasambhu Padati to you, the action I am supposed to perform now on them is taking their old life out and dumping it and putting the Shivatma, means Shiva's consciousness, from my Anandagandha and putting it in them. Read out the whole thing, then they will understand why Visesha Diksha. Unfortunately, people think Visesha Diksha means vegetarianism, that's all. No. Shaivam is not just Shaiva meal. Shaiva life. It is initiations you receive and few minutes every day you spend to bring yourself to the oneness. Puja is nothing but bringing you to oneness. For example, I give you my personal cell phone number and tell you every day and one particular time if you call me, you can talk to me directly. Are you going to take that as a load work? Oh, every day I have to call. Or are you going to feel, wow, I have a direct access to him. Every day I can, few minutes, I have a direct access to him. What are you going to feel? Puja is giving you Sadashiva's personal cell phone number. He has committed to me, whoever I initiate. When you connect with him, he is committed to me, he will respond to you. I am authorized to give you his personal number. Puja is nothing but giving you the authorization to call him at particular time. And he has committed to me, he will respond to you. Vishesha Diksha is nothing but giving you his personal number, hotline connection. So every day during the puja, that few minutes you can connect with him in oneness, and he has committed to me, he will respond to you. Understand? I am authorized exchange for him. He has given me the authority. That is the reason I am sharing. One more thing I want to tell you. Sometimes people come and try to tell me, oh, non-veg food is a human right. Being human itself is not right. What stupidity you are talking about non-veg food? Your body is not made for that. I am not talking from the sense of moral. If you want to evolve into the next level, don't eat poison. Vishesha Diksha demands only two requests from you. One, you need to be vegetarian. Another one, every day at least 10 minutes you need to bring yourself to the oneness with the puja. 10 minutes is too less time. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes, I know. It's too less time. Sadashiva is demanding to respond to you every day and keep yourself in oneness. Actually, I don't promote any other spiritual practice. People ask me, should I do this technique, that technique? Twisting the eye and looking here and blowing the nose, this corner, that corner. I don't give you any technique. I only ask, connect with him in oneness 10 minutes a day. I think maximum it takes 11 minutes. Anybody who listens to my words, I will strongly recommend you take Vishesha Diksha and become vegetarian. That will really help you. You cannot compare, understand? Whether you paid some 5,000 and came for NKY or paid few lakhs and came for MSS, that is not going to decide whether you are going to continue to manifest power and live manifesting powers. Whether you take Vishesha Diksha or not is only going to decide whether you are going to manifest powers or not. So please understand, the secret is in initiations and aligning yourself to the oneness, that's all. So I have to be integrated to Mahadeva, so I am revealing the truths as it is. Whatever is said and done, Vishesha Diksha is something extraordinary. Literally the whole system gets upgraded to the super consciousness. If you ask me, I'll strongly recommend. If you say, no, I'm in a country where I don't get non-veg food, change the country. No, my husband does not allow me to become vegetarian, change the husband. Nothing more is important than Sadashiva. Everything else comes second. I tell you, I cannot give powers to your money, I can give powers only to you. So, initiation matters. Living it matters. Don't try to believe these stupid ideas. This non-vegetarianism, non-veg food is a human right. Being human itself is not right. Understand that? Then people ask me, oh, where do you get protein? Stupid questions, same old questions. Stupid fellows. From where elephant gets protein, I get from there. That's all. Actually, protein can be generated only by plants. You feed that protein into animal, grow muscles, don't even bother it as a life and just cut the muscles for your protein and grab. What kind of a mind? Is there no limit for the demonicness? The demonness? You don't treat the animal as life, you treat them like a bank. How you put your money and take it back, like that you put the grain protein and take the flesh protein and eat. You think they are going to be blessing you and dying? Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Let everyone eat my flesh and live happily. No. All their curse is there in their muscles and their animal protein. Dairy industry is one of the largest depopulation plan, understand. Dairy industry, whether for the flesh or for the milk, dairy industry is the biggest depopulation plan, depopulation conspiracy. Not that Indian traditional village dairy. They are not, no way they are dairy, because they are not, our cows are not given any animal protein and all the stupid chemicals and any of that. They just happily roam around, grow organically, and the calves are fed first. Only after it's overflown, it's milk, the remaining is milked and shared. So Indian dairies, village dairies are completely different. Don't even compare this and that. Actually, I can give you hours of discourse and convince why vegetarianism and all that. Then I don't think it is a guru-disciple relationship. It's a business. That's the reason. If too much of convincing need to be done, the guru-disciple relationship loses its sweetness and light romance. So, with this, I bless you all. Let's enter into Visesha Diksha. Be blissful.
In the idol worship is sometimes so now on the agenda, let's talk about how idol worship is considered. Sometimes, with the atheist, it is foolish and it is not good. But actually, they are thinking, you need to have your own strength. You don't need to worship to someone or something. But when Swamiji beautifully says that we are connecting to Paramashiva, which is a part of us through the deities, and deities have the independent intelligence. So when we connect to them, we connect to ourselves, and we achieve the higher consciousness to manifest our reality. The Vedic science had documented proof that deals with the nature's cosmos and man. The Kamika Agama describes elaborately on puja procedures, placing and handling of deities and rituals to follow for one to attain the highest core of our being, much more modern physics has declared, much more before than modern physics has declared. That means that physics, the puja has started, the worships have started as a science much before the physics, modern physics have declared about the highest core of our being. So Ma Shivamaya and Ma Soumya, please share your ideas on this.
Yes, Ma, for sure. Like idol worship is something which is like we tend to digress away from the actual the context of it, but it's been a important part of Hinduism right from the days of rishis and saints. So I am reminded of a story of Markandeya, who did idol worship and saved his life and continued to live forever, like forever 16. So yeah, so I can tell more about the story. It's a very interesting story that I recently came across, and I was so astonished how that puja with Shiva puja, how he got over death and he continued to live forever. So Sage Mrikandu, who is Markandeya's father, so he was doing some tava for getting a son, and Lord Shiva blessed him. And what Lord Shiva told Sage Mrikandu is that either he will get a son who will live for a long time, but who is not as learned, or a son who will just live for 16 years, but he is like he will be so learned and a scholar. So Lord Shiva gave the option to Sage Mrikandu, and Sage Mrikandu chose 16-year-old son who will be a scholar and know everything. And once Markandeya reaches age 16, and he came to know about this, that he was going to taken away, like he was going to die. And then what he did is he started doing Shiva puja. And when Lord Emma came, he just held on to Shivalinga, the idol. And when immediately Lord Shiva came and saved him from Lord Emma and blessed that Markandeya will live forever. Such is the power of idol worship. We have seen this ever since. And not just that Markandeya saved himself, he has contributed to the whole humanity by giving Mahamrityunjaya mantra, the one that we chant every day for health, wealth, and all the benefits. The Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urva Rukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshi Yamamritat. This is the mantra that even it is chanted in temples, and it's amazing. So it's not just about the single person enlightenment. It's the enlightenment for the whole humanity. That's the power of the idol worship, Ma. Amazing. Yeah.
Beautifully said, Mom. Beautifully said. So many stories we can share of Prahlada, and the connecting with themselves. Even the avatars themselves, when they come, incarnations come, they do puja. They do puja. Rama in Rameshwaram, before going to Sri Lanka to win the war with Ravana, he did the Shiva puja. And Lakshmana does, to get the thing, he does the puja. And Arjuna, to get the weapon from Shiva, Pasupatastram, to get that, he does the puja to Shiva in Shiva appears, and Shiva he fights with Shiva, not knowing, and then he loses, and he thought he was going to win. He loses, but Shiva gives as a gift that Pasupadastram, and that's what he uses to in his war to kill, even the so powerful weapons. So puja is done by everybody, even the avatars when they come to life, even though they are manifestors of powers themselves. So many siddhas and so many people who they have power themselves, so much power they have, but they still do puja to reconnect to that. So puja is necessary, and idol worship is not worshipping idols. It is worshipping the deity, which is a separate entity itself, and it has powers, and we can connect with that deity. By the way, Kala Bhairava Puja is coming on Monday. Kalashtami is on Monday. So our whole Adinams will be celebrating, mainly in Bidadi. Kalashtami is celebrated in a huge way. Homas and Abhishekams and chanting of Kalabhairava. It's a very powerful deity, Kalabhairava. We all know that Kalabhairava is the most powerful deity if we can connect with him. So especially during this time of COVID time, to get rid of your, all your impurities and build up your immunity and resist against all your fight against COVID. So this will be a great time to do Kalabhairava Puja. So you can, register for that Kalabhairava Puja and enjoy that. So any deity you want to worship, all our temples have that. Yes,
Awesome.
Ma Shivamaya, you want to share something on this?
Ma Soumya, go ahead. You wanted to go first.
Yeah, ma. Yeah. So I totally agree, ma. Puja is something that's recently I have known the benefits of it. I was not doing puja since childhood, but I have always seen my father do puja every day. He doesn't miss puja, and before breakfast he makes it a point that he does puja, and even in the evening time also he does puja. And I always have looked up to him, but I never got interest until recently. After initiated by Swamiji, I started doing Nitya Puja, the Guru Puja and Shiva Puja every day. So every day I wake up at Brahma Muhurta, I do yoga and followed by puja, and we do it as a teamly. That has been so amazing. It has given me a lot of powerful cognitions. Whatever the truths that is revealed by Swamiji, to be able to follow, it is important that we do puja. That is what I have realized. So though I started with doing just yoga and not puja, only after I started doing both together, the benefit of it is simply amazing, especially in the early morning if we start the day. So it keeps us in that higher space for longer, and it's not the same. So even for one day if I miss, I can totally notice the difference.
Yes,
So,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Yes, Ma,
definitely.
I can so much resonate with that. And I also have not been doing the puja for the most part of my life because I didn't know about it. But when I started doing it, it first got explained to me as like it is inviting the divine. So with all of the egars that you invite a very special guest in your home, for example, what all you try to do to make your guest comfortable, you give it your best seat, you give it a place to freshen up. If they have traveled a long while, you give flowers, incense, something to drink, something to eat, all of these things. And it is such a beautiful thing, and it is also easy. I know from my own experience, because I was very, very intellectual when I got introduced to this. So initially also my thoughts were like, but isn't this doing a little play or what? I was not having that understanding, but Swamiji gave me so beautiful and deep experiences that I thought, okay, whatever thoughts come up with me, I should not be listening to that, because these experiences that I got from Swamiji are so much more valuable than all that my intellect has given me in my life. So let me just explore, and let me just do it and see what happens. And now the beautiful thing is I have been able to create such a personal, intimate relationship with basically everything. Because, and that would have not, there's no other way how to do that, I feel, because God is the whole universe, the unknown, how to relate to that. But through this puja, now really I'm feeling if, for example, I have a very, very busy day and I have so many deadlines and I feel a bit rushed and I feel like, oh, I should actually only take 10 minutes for the puja and then quickly do the other things, otherwise it doesn't get finished. Then immediately it pops up like, no, silly, you can't leave Swamiji and Paramashiva and Parashakti without clothes. You can't leave them without something to drink. You can't leave them without eat. Would you do that to your parents or your children? No. You would give them all of that, no matter how much rush you have or how many activities you have in a day. So that is such a beautiful, deep relationship that you really feel like, I mean, I also know that the puja items, they are also kind of like just items, but I cannot feel about that way anymore, because you build such a deep relationship. So it starts feeling as a part of your intimate family, the divine itself. And that is the beautiful thing about it.
Yes, Ma, it's so beautiful that in Hinduism, is through puja, so many people attained moksha. See, even in the temples, we have even animals get liberated. The elephant goes and pours water on the Shivalinga, it gets liberated. Same way, a little mouse, there are stories like a little mouse, it was so hungry, it went and drank the oil from the lamp and it gets liberated. And there is a spider that gets liberated. We have Kalasti temple where the spider got liberated. So Shiva liberates everyone. You don't have to come to the human form to get liberated. And so what it signifies is puja can get us to the, there is a song in poet, one of the 9 months said, Swamiji always quote, from the grass to the human form, we evolve. We become animals, plants, and beautifully when you were saying you're connecting with everything. It's called Jadapurul, even with the items that are not having a life, we start respecting it. And animals, and in Western world, people respect animals so much, pet animals and all that. So you can connect with that. The animals, everything is Paramashiva. And you were saying even the items, what you use, it becomes a part of you. That is the beauty of it. So you start being in oneness with it. And with that, you manifest yourself into the higher consciousness. So it is beautifully said, Ma. And we, even to do, if you don't know the mantras, we can say even just with Om, the primordial sound of the consciousness. and that we can connect with it. So we can talk about that also, how just a simple Om can connect with the Paramashiva and the higher consciousness, Ma.
Yes, that power of Sanskrit words and mantras, that is something very extraordinary. Even if you don't know the language, even if you don't know the meaning of the words, just by chanting, and it can even be as simple as Om, which everybody can chant, that just aligns. I know when I first few times that the first connection with Om actually, and I started doing Om meditation, it was just saying Om all the time. I remember actually crying because I felt deeply connected to something that I was lost. And that was just the emotion happening. Somebody gave me this meditation to do. So I know from my own experience, without even knowing the whole science behind it, it has such a deep effect on people. And if you look at the puja, Swamiji explained also, when we chant all these mantras, even the whole breath gets aligned. And we can breathe so much deeper than we usually do. And that Swamiji told that if you just want to have the feeling that you're always like on vacation, that beautiful, relaxed feeling, the only thing you need actually is making your breath a bit go deeper. Because then already the whole system has that relaxation happening.
Mm-hmm.
And within chanting the mantras, the whole breath gets aligned by the rhythm and by pronunciation also of all these syllables. And therefore it has such an extreme power, and it aligns us to that. The Om is the vibration of the cosmos, right? The vibration is the energy frequency. So through these mantras, through these sounds and chanting, we align ourselves and our system to that frequency. And that frequency, of course, the higher our frequency, the more enlightened we live, or the more lighter we live. So these mantras are a very important part of the puja, helping us to realign to the vibration of the cosmos and raise our frequency instantly.
Yes, Ma, it's beautifully said. So we can play one of Swamiji's videos now, which he talks about the Sri Chakra, because Sri Chakra Yantra is very powerful way of doing puja and connecting with the cosmos. And so the Sri Chakra, let's say what Swamiji talks about Sri Chakra in this video.
Not required, which is not important. See, the whole universe is made out of these two: sound and light. Means verbalization, visualization. Sound and light. you need to know if there is some problem in you related to sound, you can't use verbalization to correct it. Visualization only can correct it. If there is some problem related to light in you, you can't use the visualization to correct it. Only verbalization, sounds can correct it. Please listen. Listen. The whole universe, including you, is made out of sound and light. When the sound and light meets, the universe happens. Mahadeva represents light, Devi represents sound. That is why the syllables we call it as matrika, mata. Sound is mother, light is father. When these two, nada bindu, when these two unites, universe happens. Science of Srividya, the ultimate knowledge, is knowledge of using sound and light and achieving the space of Shivoham. That is why all the powerful sounds are used, and in a very powerful way the lines are used. See, all forms are nothing but lines. Everything you see is nothing but lines. Lines in different geometry, that's all. If you draw the line straight, two line, and it looks like a ladder. If you put the same line like this, it looks like a snake. It is just different lines. And listen to this. I was reading a paper in the internet, some research paper published. Long before I read this, and I mentioned about this in many of my satsangs, early satsangs. One guy was trying to develop a therapy called art therapy. Means letting the mad people draw, scratch, paint whatever they want. By painting, drawing, so much of catharsis happens. They get healed. They become all right. That loose screw gets tightened. Now I have to speak about it separately in one satsang. Now I am really seeing the same boys, if they are in the ashram from 1000 Beddam, they will not walk up to Rajasabha and they will lie down there. But when they are outside, I think only when they are outside they miss me. Now really, I am seeing even Indians. They are in Bangalore, they will not come to satsang. But if they are in Sugarland, they will drive all the way to satsang center, which is far more than Bangalore to ashram, and attend the satsang from the center. If they are in Bangalore, they will not come here to Biddi. But if they are in Los Angeles, 2 hours they will drive and go to the satsang center and sit in the two-way video conferencing. Good in a way. Listen. This art therapy, I was speaking about it. Come back to it. By painting, in a month, they vomit all their madness and they become all right. The funny information is, the doctor who was doing research on all these paintings, he found a very strong similarities between their madness and painting. If somebody has become mad due to women, they all paint in the same way. If somebody has become mad due to money, they all paint in the same way. Listen. The last bit of information is the most important. The doctor who was doing research on all this, he became mad. Now listen. It means your painting shows the inner space you carry. Understand the truths. First, your drawing shows the inner space you carry. Through drawing, you throw your inner space out. Whoever consumes that drawing receives that same inner space. Understand the triangle. You throw your inner space through a drawing. Whoever consumes that drawing receives the same inner space. Mahadeva has thrown open in his whatever is in his inner space in the form of drawing, that is Sri Yantra. Understand? Mahadeva has thrown what is in his inner space, that is Sri Yantra. That is Sri Yantra. If you consume whatever has Mahadeva has revealed, Sadasiva is the Rishi for the Sri Vidya. If you consume whatever is revealed by Mahadeva, you achieve the same space, Shivoham. 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 Sachitanandoham. Shivoham. Nithyanandoham. Shivoham. Understand? Shivoham. Shivoham is the sound, verbalization of Mahadeva's inner space. Sri Yantra is the geometrical representation, visualization of Mahadeva's inner space. With this yantras and the sound, when Mahadeva opens up his inner space to you guys, simply you will see, first thing your Kula Kundalini will be awakened to have the darshan of Mahadeva. I tell you, whoever experiences your eyes are becoming big when you look at me, means wanting to see more. Be very clear, your Kula Kundalini is awakened. It is actually a sign your Kula Kundalini is awakened. Only when the Kula Kundalini gets awakened, it wants to see more. It wants to look more. If you see gold jewelry and you want to see more, means your Kula Kundalini is working towards gold jewelry. If you see a man or a woman and you want to see more, it means your Kula Kundalini is working in that direction. If you see food and you want to see more, it means your Kula Kundalini is working in that direction. You see the Master Swaman, you want to see more. It means your Kula Kundalini is moving towards the Sahasrara. to which direction your Kula Kundalini is moving, to which chakra your Kula Kundalini is moving. You can simply find out based on what you really like to see, love to see. What is there in your being? What is in your love? Already the ashram sannyasis have started drawing the Sri Chakra. Today the Gurukul is going to have initiation. Whatever I bring it to planet Earth, the first pack goes to Gurukul. Whether it is a sweets or chocolate or Sri Vidya initiation, first pack goes to Gurukul.
We were listening to Swamiji. That was beautiful. He was saying how, our inner space of Mahadeva is the Sri Chakra, the drawing, that whatever, he talked about the artist, the painter, the saying how, the inner space is connected to how the visualization and how we have it. And he beautifully explained. This connects with, when I think about it, this connects with the, Yamato's, the Japanese person who did this science experiment with the water. The water, he put it in 5 cups in 5 rooms, and having different emotions being said to that. One has, singing of sweet voices, and the other one is with different emotional voices. And at the end of how many weeks or whatever, he found the water with beautiful chanting or mantras, a kind of meditation sound or whatever, had beautiful shapes. The other ones had like a black impurities in that. So this shows that whatever we hear, that has an effect on our being and our inner space, how it gets cleared or corrected. The mantras have that beautiful effect of connecting with our inner selves, our inner drawing, like how Swamiji is saying. And the puja is the one that makes the beautiful drawing within us about us and about the world, Jagat, and and also the God. So us to world and to God, it connects all of us with a beautiful inner space. Swamiji beautifully explained that. That's what I wanted to share. And Ma Shivamai.
Yeah, I can add one more point to that, because I remember, it reminds me of how Swamiji explains that we are all consisting of quarks, these subatomic parts, and that actually sound is what holds it all together. So sound is what is making all these parts being me and you and everything else. And then by understanding that, it is also like another angle of understanding what is the importance and the power of this sound. And how also Swamiji explained how when he is, because he does that often in the processes when we are in inner awakening or other programs, and he does a process where everybody sits around and he tells certain syllables or calls out deities' names. Then he just realigns the whole system to the cosmos and to our integrity and purity. So because of the sound having that enormous power, he also, with just pronouncing certain syllables, can rearrange our whole system. That is always so interesting, I feel, because you can literally feel it when you are in such processes, that your whole system gets completely rejuvenated and refreshed and brought in the highest vibrations. And using sound is a very important thing that Swamiji uses to realign. And we do that actually daily in the puja also.
Recently also, Ma, there is a scientific research. It says that how music has such an effect on people, and what kind of music they listen to. If they listen to sad music, they are feeling sad and depressed. And if they are, listening to music that is rajasic, and they are feeling rajasic and fighting. And the music, if they are listening to, is in a higher conscious way, like with love and everything, they feel love. So music has that kind of, the sound has that kind of effect. And definitely the mantras has such powerful effect on us, and how we visualize ourselves and connect with the world and God.
And that is also the beautiful thing, Mahasannidhanam, where Swamiji said in this video what to do when you're out of line or something is wrong in the visualization or in the verbalization. Mm-hmm. And the beauty of puja, of course, is that we do both. Mm-hmm. All of it is included in that one puja. So doing that puja aligns everything back like every single day. And what you just mentioned, I used to work in a music venue. Mm-hmm. So being surrounded with music all the time, I really start seeing like it attracts a certain vibration people, a certain kind of music. And the funny thing is that I used to listen so much to music because of the emotional connections, but I was also very used to ups and downs. And since I met Swamiji, actually, I immediately dropped all the other music and only started to listen to devotional songs because of the beautiful vibration of it. It has such a completely different kind of energy. So I just instantly loved only that kind of a music. And yeah, I was a music collector. I had so much of music, and I all gave it away at once, actually, because I only wanted to listen to these devotional songs and mantras when I found out about it.
Oh, I can totally relate to you, Ma. I did the same thing. I was listening to all kinds of songs, and now it's only the devotional songs. And I also like the importance of chanting mantras in Sanskrit. I can relate to it. So there are a lot of chantings, Upanishad. Everything is in Sanskrit. All our Vedas and like many the importance of chanting in Sanskrit is becoming more and more clear. So I used to chant Hanuman Chalisa. Like I started learning it because I heard coverage and like so it's been working awesome. Like if you chant it every day, it helps a lot in getting rid of your and all the incompletions, especially if we do it at the time of puja. And it has amazing benefits.
Yes, Ma, that is so beautiful. Yes, nice to hear. And Ma Prematma is here. And
yeah, sorry, had some technical issues, had dropped off. But yeah, it is such a powerful, it is very scientific. Whether the pujas, the chanting, the feeling connection, the sentiments, just evolving us to the highest consciousness, which no other religion gives that gift. We, our rishis, our sages are scientists, that experts that have researched for thousands of years and given that treasure. It is like how you hear the Purana of the churning of the Milky Ocean, how the Devas and Asuras churned the Mount Meru and churned and got the Amrita. It is like that every single thing in Hinduism is an Amrita given to us by our forefathers, by our rishis, by our sages after thousands of years of research. Whether it be science, whether it be the sentiment of puja, whether the science of temples, all are gifts given to us. We don't need to research and invent anything, but it is responsibility, our responsibility, one, to keep it for ourselves and to pass it on to future generation. The whole discussion that we have been having for the last few weeks, since Swamiji has initiated and given us this right, our voice, Hindus have voice, Hindus' voice matter, and he has given this opportunity for the first time. Hindus have the right to vote to what matters to us, our sentiments, our highest intelligence, to live the highest intelligence, to pass on that highest intelligence to our future generation. It is our birthright. Swamiji says being human itself is not right. For what, we have taken this, forgetting the whole purpose of why we have happened on planet Earth. The possibility of enlightenment can happen only on planet Earth, and that too only when we take the human body. The rarest of rarest decisions where we have chosen to be on planet Earth as human being itself means we want enlightenment. When that is our purpose, the goal for which we have taken birth, when that is snatched away from us violently, that is what is happening when our temples are being destroyed, when our rituals are being destroyed, when we ourselves are taught to move away, to distance ourselves, to become Western, to become modern, moving away from our own sentiments. Please don't think we are made something extraordinary. We are not given any solution. Something may look nice, but it is not giving us a life solution. It does not fulfill. No matter which CEO, no matter which successful, so-called successful person in the world, are they fulfilled? That fulfillment, the luxury, we do not get anywhere except the Hindu rituals, the sentiments, our Vedas, our Agamas, learning from that and living by that. That fulfillment only Hinduism can give to the world. That fulfillment is our pride, and that fulfillment is we need to keep alive. So far we have been slaves, not even realize that we are being destroyed. Our tradition is being destroyed. Our great science is being mocked and destroyed. It is our responsibility. The first responsibility that we can take is make our voices heard. KAILASA, the only nation, the only Hindu nation, gives us that right for Hindus. The only place, not only for the first time, but the only place that gives Hindus, any Hindu, any average living, practicing Hindu, that right to make your voices heard. Whether it be vegetarianism or non-vegetarianism, Hindus have a right to choose who runs our temple. Hindus have a right to choose. We should govern our own temples. Whether pujas are important or not, the question itself, it's a sad question, because that is a sad state we are in. Pujas are very, very important for us to realize our highest truth. The whole purpose for which we have taken birth on this planet Earth, to realize, to achieve enlightenment, to achieve the state of Paramashivoham, that we can get only through our Hindu sentiments, through our Hindu rituals. So it is not only our right, but our responsibility to vote, to take this forward to future generation, to keeping it alive. So we cannot fall for the so-called the mediocre human ideas of, oh, I don't need pujas. It is enough if I just meditate, or even meditation, learn properly, learn from the shastras. There are so many techniques that are given. Or even like as Ma Shivananda was sharing earlier, people think I am already God, I don't need to worship, or I don't need a guru. This is like foolish ideas. What do we know about ourselves? Yes, Ma Shivananda, you have something to share on this.
Yes. What we know about ourselves is what other people are saying about us. That's what is we are thinking as. See, Ramana Maharshi says, Nanyar, in Tamil, you go and find out who you are first. So that it's not that easy to find out it for everybody, because we are, whatever the society puts on us, that you are this person, you are this, you are that, that's what we believe. We start believing in that. And that is what we think who we are. So how do we find out who we are? So that is through meditation and through finding out ourselves, going inwards. Some people, when I say going inwards, what do you mean by that? They're saying inwards. What is inside that? Is the stomach inside us or not? So inwards means going inwards to yourself and sitting with yourself. It's not an easy thing in this Kali Yuga. So
actually, yes, Ma, that is a very good point that you're bringing, because okay, people that who claim I don't need anything, I don't I don't need a guru, or I don't need a god, I don't need to be worshipping, are they able to sit with themselves for 5 minutes with themselves? No TV, no booze, no nothing, no distraction. Are you able to sit with yourself and live with yourself? Are you able to handle yourself? People who claim that, oh, I don't need anything, I don't need God, I don't need guru, I don't need rituals. Will you be able to handle your mind for 5 minutes? Prove that. You cannot, because you yourself are confused, without a goal or without a direction, running behind this and that, whether it is money or relationship or fear or greed. You are caught in millions of things, the whirlwind of the world. How then are you able to provide a solution? Are you able to give a solution for depression to somebody? No, you yourself are depressed. You're living a pathetic life.
Yes,
So
Ma,
there,
especially in the COVID times.
Sorry, Ma. Go ahead.
Yeah. Especially during the COVID times, when it's so fearsome. Like every day when we see something in the news, we get so scared, and we're not able to handle ourselves. We are not able to handle our own emotions. And how can we just say that these are all not needed? Yeah.
Actually, exactly. When some still happens, when the so-called life is like normal, so-called normal, right? Everybody says, oh, I can handle life. But just one shift, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. When something like that happens, are you able to handle yourself, or are you falling into depression or uncertainty? Of any person who does puja regularly, who has the feeling connection, who has this following, a living Hindu, a practicing Hindu, will not go through that kind of a depression. When he has the strength of offering the puja, of connecting to the divine, knowing that it is all the divine's leela, who is taking care of everything, who's the creator, sustainer, destructor, and who's pulling out us of our illusion, will not get perturbed. They know he is under control and he's taking the whole thing beautifully. But a person who is an atheist, a person who does not believe in God, or who does not have the guidance of a guru, will be shaken. They will not know what will happen tomorrow. They will be, it's not like such a state of stress. Do we want to be in that space? Do we want to be stressed and depressed and confused?
Even the atheist, they believe in something. They don't call it as God. They call it something they believe in. So without belief is God. What we call Paramashiva is everything, is God. But the atheists say that they don't believe in anything. They believe in at least themselves, what they are thinking. They are believing in their thoughts. So that itself is Paramashiva. So they cannot escape from Paramashiva. Paramashiva is within them, So they can call it anything. They can call themselves as atheists. We don't believe in God.
Yes, ma'am. See,
but believe
a
in
life with a life with ups and downs and struggle is a mediocre life. It is for average people. But no, when you are aligned to rituals and when you're aligned to these practices, we don't go through these ups and downs. Life is just a smooth sailing. We know how to handle these situations, and we know that there is a higher intelligence which is taking care of everything. It is such a joy that Hinduism has given us this intelligence. But Hinduism is not just for us to keep it for ourselves. It is to share with this whole of humanity for enjoying, for everyone to benefit. So it is not only our right but our responsibility, and to enjoy this and share this with the entire world. The joy of offering puja, the joy of going to temples, the joy of being part of these rituals. It is just it is adds to the purpose, to the highest purpose of our life, what we have come for. Otherwise, whatever we do, we are conflicted. We are never fulfilled in whichever direction we are running. You go one job after another, you go another, like, and then there's also a complete uncertainty, right? Living like animals, and life itself is a torture, and we become only a source of stress for others instead of a solution. Hinduism is just so beautiful. So again, I'm reminding everyone, we are here sharing the glory of Hinduism, one of the beautiful aspects of offering puja. There are various pujas, whether to manifest, as we were discussing earlier, how you can manifest wealth by worshipping, whether it is goddess Lakshmi, where we have seen in our own Puranas, where the kings have manifested beautiful things through yajna, through puja, of whether it is wealth, whether it is the rains that is needed for their own country. All of this, whether it is pandemic, whether it is epidemic, just by puja, just by worshipping in our rituals. Even today, as Swamiji had beautifully during this whole COVID pandemic, when it started, the Mariamman temple, the ritual that they do, the firewalking they do, how it awakens the energy inside of us to immunize our body so that we do not get affected by such pandemics or epidemics. These sacred knowledge exist in Hinduism.
For
Yes,
sure.
ma'am. Yes, so beautifully said. See, in Hinduism, even from birth, so you take the baby to the temple after 30 days or whatever, then you have a naming ceremony. The whole life is around the temple and the pujas and everything. It's integrated. Everything is integrated. If the lady is pregnant, then there is a puja for that. When the baby is born, there is a puja for that. Then when wedding time, there is puja for that. And, it goes on as life evolves, goes to, the child gets maturity, then there is a puja for that. Then after that, gets wedding, it goes on. And even at death, it is celebrated as puja only. In the proper, when people die at the old age or something, it is celebrated as ritual. For 10 days or something, they do puja only at the houses. So, singing bhajans and everything. So Hinduism, from birth to death and beyond, it takes us through this rituals, pujas, and mantras, and so on, connection with Paramashiva.
Definitely, Ma. And one of the thing is, as you are mentioning the various different pujas, there are some different sampradayas and tradition. One of the common misconception which the anti-Hindu elements misuse, manipulate, and abuse Hinduism is the vastness of Hinduism, which actually is our strength. It is used against us, saying, "Oh, you have millions of gods. You have, you have so many traditions. Which one will you follow?" Just to confuse us, but not understanding that the millions of gods is our tradition. You have millions of problems. We have millions of gods. So it is our strength only. The Hindus need to realize the value, the strength of our own. When we have so many traditions, it means we have choices. We have the freedom to choose which sampradaya I want to follow, which tradition I want to follow, which god I want, which deity I want to pray. If you don't like any of these millions of gods, you can create your own. Giving that possibility, you are not called as a slave or a sinner, but God himself, as Paramashiva himself, that only Hinduism gives. And this, it is our responsibility to keep this alive and sharing it with the world. So make your voices heard. Hindu votes are sacred. Please make your vote. Pujas are important or not. Make your vote, and Hindu voices matter. and Hindu voices are heard in Kailasa, the only place where Hindu nation, the only greatest Hindu nation in the world, Swamiji has created this world for in this whole planet, created this. There are 2 billion living practicing Hindus, and the only place where you have right to vote as to what is important to Hindus is Kailasa. So don't miss this opportunity. Cast your vote at in this link that is projected with the hashtag Hindu votes are sacred, Hindu voices matter. It matters, and it is important that we keep this rich tradition, this royal tradition alive, so this can be shared with the entire humanity for the benefit of humanity. Yes, Ma Shivamaya. What is your experience, Ma? You have, been introduced the whole tradition of Hinduism, offering pujas. How has your life transformed?
Oh, it would be easier to answer how did it not transform? Because it really transformed like every field of life. And I really liked how you said, like, there are thousands of problems. We have thousands of gods, and that is actually a beautiful description also about had that change, because I was very intellectual. I was very much seeking, but not even in the frame of seeking God, because of the incompletions that I had with the word God, even from my upbringing. So the kind of a life that I lived was a very stressful life, a very confused life also. And I mean, I had my business, I had excelled in my studies at university. So certain things were like how it is perceived in the outer world as successful and doing great. But I was not having a healthy body. I was not having a stable mind. I was yearning so much for something that I was not able to find. And that all changed when I met Swamiji. Then somehow the things that he radiated, the things that he was saying, it resonated so deep with my being. And literally I cried out of thankfulness just to have found finally a way to connect to the source, to connect to myself, because that connection was lost. And Swamiji really brought me that connection. And then after that, I met the whole vast science of how this all works and all of these beautiful techniques and practices.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I want to ask you a question, Ma. See, one of the common misconceptions that people have, it is too vast. I don't know where to begin. It is all chaotic. But completely coming from a different background, having the introduction to Hinduism, how do you feel? Whether it is through inner awakening, whether it is through Paramashivoham, how did you feel? Like how you were guided step by step into Hinduism? Can you share that experience?
Yes, Ma. Well, Swamiji is so brilliant that he is reviving all of the sampradayas at the same time. So
actually, sorry, Mashumi, I think we are, with all this excitement, we are sharing about puja. Now we are ready to receive Swamiji. So we will continue this beautiful discussion again tomorrow on the sacred sentiments of puja and how it is important in our lives. And so let us now get ready to receive Paramashiva himself. So requesting everyone to please just settle down and chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Being in a meditative space, let us invoke Swamiji and let us get ready for darshan. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, Please open your eyes.
நான் அசைந்தால் அசையும் அகிலமெல்லாமே. நான் அசைந்தால் அசையும் அகிலமெல்லாமே. அறிவாய் மனிதாவும் ஆணவம் பேரிடா. நான் அசைந்தால் அசையும் அகிலமெல்லாமே. அறிவாய் மனிதாவும் ஆணவம் பேரிடா. ஆடவாயனோடு பாட வந்தவனில் பாடுவாயை இனி மூட வந்ததொரு பாட்டும் நானே, பாவமும் நானே. பாடும் உன்னை நான் பாட வைத்தேனே. பாட்டும் நானே, பாவமும் நானே. தத்திக்கம் திகதிகம் திகதி தனித பதி தனி 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 தப்ப மகரி தமகரி பமகர பமகரி மக பமர பம தனித.
झुमक झुमक जाना
ಝುಮಕು ಜನ ಝುಮಕು ಝುಮಕು ದಿಂಧ ದಿಂಧ ಆ ಝುಮಕು ಝುಮಕು ದಿಂಧ ಇಂದ ಸಗರಿಗೆ ಸರಿಣಿ ಸರಿಣಿ ದರಿ ದನಿ ದಬ ಮಾಬನಿ ಸರಿ ಕಥಪಾರಿ ಸಕಿಟ್ಟ ಜನುತ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಿತ್ತ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆ ಗಿಡದ ಇಂಗ್ರಿ ಗಿಡದ ಅಂಗ್ರಿ ಗಿಡದ ಗರಿ ಮಗರಿ ತಾರಿಗ ಕಜ್ಜಂ ಕಜ್ಜಂ ತಾರಿ ಗಿಡದ ನಿದರಿಗಮ ದುಂದರಿ ಗಿಡದ ಗರಿದಂ ತಾರಿ ಗಿಡದ ಅರಣಿ ಗಿಡಗೈ ಅಗದಿರಿ ಮಗ ಗಗ ಪಪ ಮದ ಪಪರಿ ಮದ ಪಪರ ಮನಿದ ಸನಿರಿ ಸಗರಿ ಮಗ ದಿಕ್ಕನಿ ದನಿದ ಸನಿರಿ ದನಿರಿ ತರಿ ತನಿದ ದರಿ ತನಿದ ಬದನಿ ದಪ ರಿಗಂ ಮದ ಪಪ ಗಮ ತನಿದ ಬದ ನಿತ್ತಗರಿ ದನಿರಿ ತದ್ದಿ ಮಗರಿಗ ಸಮಯರಿಗ ಗರಿ ದನಿರಿ ಮೇರಿ ತನಿದ ತನಿದ ಪಪ ಪತ್ತ ತನಿದ ಪಪ ದಿಕ್ಕಿ ತನಿದ ಪಪ ದಿಕ್ಕನಿ ದನಿದ ನಿತ್ತದ್ದಿ ಗರಿಗ ಗಬದಿರಿ ದಗಂದಿ ಗಿರಿ ದನಿ 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 ದನಿರಿ ದನಿದ ಮಂಗರಿ ದನಿದ ಬದಂತಿ బావన్నానే
உரைபவன் அருணையில் குருவென மலர்ந்தது புகழ் பாடி அருள் பெறவே திருப்பதம் தனில் அறியவர் சாத்தி மகிழ்வோரும் பாமாலை நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே அகமே நிறைந்த எம் அண்ணாமலை வேந்தனே ஜெகம் போற்றும் எம் ஆனந்த நித்தியனே சாற்றுமித்தாமலை ஏற்றமை காப்பாயே நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த குரு நித்யானந்த சத்குருவே அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சலம் தந்த வரமே அகத்தினில் அமர்ந்தே அருள் தரும் நித்யானந்தா குருவாய் மலர்ந்திங்கு உணர்வாய் கலந்தெமக்குயர்வாழ் வழித்திடும் நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா புவிமேல் பிறந்தது எதனால் என்பதும் அறியா பதர்யாம் நித்யானந்தா துதிப்பாடிடும் வரம் அளித்தே குறைதனை களைந்தாய் கணம் தனில் நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா नित्य अरुणाचल नित्य अरुणाचल गुरु नित्यानंदा பாய்ந்திடும் மனம் நிலையாய் அமர்த்திடுவாய் என பணிந்தோம் நித்யானந்தா மனம் தாண்டிய மலை மகனே புயலென புகுந்தாய் மனந்தனில் நித்யானந்தா அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல நித்ய அருணாச்சல குரு நித்யானந்தா अरुणाचल नित्य अरुणाचल नित्य अरुणाचल गुरु नित्यानंदा ஈக வாழ்வே பெரும் பிணிதானென உணர்ந்தே உனை அடைந்தோம் நித்யானந்தா ஜெகமாயையில் இருந்தமை மீட்டே தடுத்தாட்கொண்டிடுவாய் நித்யானந்தா अरुणाचल नित्य अरुणाचल नित्य अरुणाचल गुरु नित्यानंदा अरुणाचल नित्य अरुणाचल नित्य अरुणाचल गुरु नित्यानंदा
தாங்கிய
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the living, practicing Hindus from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Kartas, Yajamans, Srimahans, Mahans, Tanidar, visitors, viewers, Mantreshwara, Vidyeshwara, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Astreshwaras. I welcome every one of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from KAILASA. Intensifying your evolution, whether maturing your taste or manifesting powers or strengthening your will persistence, all this can be done beautifully now because the Pralaya is coming to an end. Understand? By December 14th, it will reach the peak, then it will start settling down. After December 14th, it's all settling down period. You can use this opportunity intensely to intensify your evolution process. Understand? Your very DNA can be pushed to the next level of evolution, conscious evolution. Body, mind, consciousness, the way you experience life, your ability to experience life, all can be just pushed up, raised to the next level. Understand? Everything can be just raised to the next level. Last few days I am continuously in Samadhi to make that happen for all of you. Understand? This is the most sensitive time of your life. For each one of you I am talking. Make intensely life positive decisions. Even if you feel like you don't have a future, if you make that life positive decision. See, life positive decisions are like giving birth to yourself. Every time when a mother gives birth to a baby, she feels like she may die. Listen carefully. Your fears about life positivity should be kept aside. See, actually fears push you into life negativity. They try to bring you down from your life positivity and intensity of life. Make all decision towards expansion. In Agama, Bhagavan says very clearly, Paramashiva says very clearly, for making a temple larger, everything is accepted. for making your life larger, everything is okay. Go for life positive decision. Don't go for your low level, immature ideas about life, freedom. See, immaturity always gives you the feeling of suffocation wherever you are. Constantly it will give you suffocation. Never try to change external things first. First change internal. Find spiritual solution. Along with spiritual solution, change the outside also. Intensity. Intensity. Maturing yourself. Spiritual centric solutions. Let these things be constantly kept in you when you make decisions after December 14th. One good thing is that after December 14th, the whole Pralaya will start settling down. And we should be extremely life positive, life affirmative. Last few days, I'm in intense samadhi. I can see my body and mind, everything is intensely getting prepared to guide all of you into the superconscious breakthrough. Pralaya has taught lots of lessons. It has actually changed the world. I can tell you very clearly. The world has to be called now CBCA. We should say that Corona before, Corona after, or before Corona, after Corona. Or we can use the word before Pralaya, after Pralaya. That's the way we should call it. Because too many things about what we know has changed. All our ideas about education, government job, stability, even about governments, much has changed. Many things, imaginary value, things lost value. Understand? Many things which is really worthy have started coming out. People have started realizing the real worthy things. And many imaginary things which you were thinking as power has started melting down. Whether the value of currency, many things I can say. Even the value of beautiful beaches, vacation places, cruise ships, all that has gone. People are now afraid to get into cruise ships. Cruise lines are just shutting down. These vacation beaches are empty. I am seeing a lot of things people valued are melting down. A lot of things people did not value are gaining value. The spiritual principles, the powerful cognitions are gaining value. I tell you, Pralaya has taught a lot we should actually name the era before Pralaya, BP, after Pralaya, AP. That's the way it should be. It should be named now. The era should be named only this way. I am seeing by Shivaratri the whole Pralaya will settle down. It will settle down and the new life will start happening, manifesting. The new way of living will start manifesting by Shivaratri. December 14th it will reach the peak, and after December 14th it will start settling down. By Shivaratri the new life will start. Blessed are those who are protected by Paramashiva, stayed with Guru. Understand, that is the, if you are still connected, be very clear, you are protected. That is the biggest protection. Paramashiva Bhakti, Guru Bhakti is the symbol that you are protected. You are not broken to pieces, you are not melted down. I think I am in too high space. If I speak to understand, be intensely life positive. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूत द्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु क्षपणशाक्यादि महान्धकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समयक सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिक स्वामी वागीश सुन्दर माणिक्यवाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्ध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदि कैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारोह अटलपीठाधीश्वर धर्ममुक्तिस्वर्गपुरस्वर्णपीठ त्रयोविंश गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्रीकैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्रीकैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस
In one line, if I have to put it in a simple way, seeing always each other with a tremendous love that everyone is Paramashiva. There starts Kailasa. Whether you hug each other, love each other, or ferociously train each other, the core cognition should be seeing each other as Paramashiva. That is where the seed of Kailasa starts. In one line, if I have to put it in a simple way, seeing always each other with a tremendous love that everyone is Paramashiva. There starts Kailasa. Whether you hug each other, love each other,